Well, good evening and good to be back again on Geelong Newsbeat. Well, it's been a big week in the last week or so for certainly for the Catholic Church with World Youth Day in Sydney, but by extension with the visit of Pope Benedict, the whole of Australia has sat up and really taken a lot of notice. There's been a lot of comment, of course, on the crowds and the various events that took place. But I think for not just for Catholics, but for most Australians, one of the most uplifting and abiding elements of all of this is going to be just the number of young people who had such a great time, who behaved so well, who enjoyed life, and please God, took away from World Youth Day a great message. Many of them going back to different countries from all over the world, but many of them from here in Australia, and quite a few of them, of course, coming back, and by the time you see this, they'll be back here in Geelong. And what a welcome change it is in terms of looking at young people. We look through our newspapers and our television news broadcasts and so on, and they're full of such ugly stories about young people's drunkenness and drug abuse and violence on the streets and so on. All of this happens, and of course I've commented on this myself before on this very segment. But nonetheless, it's only a small proportion. One of the things that World Youth Day has done, I think, is far and above and beyond just Catholic young people or the actual pilgrims involved. It's shown the world, and it's shown Australia, and it's shown Geelong that there are some great young people out there. And Pope Benedict on Sunday gave a message to the youth of the world, and certainly all of those who are assembled and may have heard or read his words, about remembering what they hand on themselves to the next generation. That call to responsible behaviour, that call to care for one another, all of those good things which make our society in so many ways a good society. We have our problems, we have our difficulties, we have our ugliness, we have our fears. But if you look through the newspapers, I suppose, most times you think, well, that's all there is. But it's not. There's some great people out there. There's some great young people who are part of our own city here in Geelong, part of our own community. I certainly hope and pray that as they come back into Geelong, they will bring a great message particularly for those who are at school, for those who are at school with them, for those who are at work, for those who are at work with them, and become a real catalyst for a wonderful element of society becoming more and more involved, contributing more unselfishly to the needs and the improvement of our society here in Geelong and the surrounding region. The headlines on the Herald Sun on Monday were a sense of a great message of hope. Hope is a word that is maybe seen as some as being pie in the sky, but we all need hope. We all need hope as we look at the difficulties of our personal lives, of our organisations, of our society. We need a sense of positive hope to know that things can be better. There is a sense of hope around in the world. World Youth Day has contributed quite significantly to that, particularly within Australia, and it's given us a great injection of hope and confidence in our young people. Let's give them that vote of confidence that they need to be able to utilise their goodness, their energy, their sense of involvement and community mindedness and social justice. Let's hope that they can really use that to the true effect that we need to make our society a much better place. They can do it, and all of us of whatever age can help them to achieve that. Good to be with you on Geelong Newsbeat.